Greetings. I'm Father Jeff Nicholas, and this is the first of 3 videos on stewardship. This first video is entitled, What We Are Up Against. What are we up against in our quest to be good stewards here at St. Bernadette? In a word, consumerism. Historically, the cards are stacked against us. In the book Rebuilt, Awakening the Faithful, Reaching the Lost, Making Church Matter by Father Michael White and Tom Corcoran, I believe we are given an accurate analysis of what we're up against these days. They write that most Catholics arrived in this country poor and vulnerable. The church stepped up to meet many of the basic needs of these immigrants. Here in the Archdiocese of Louisville, parishes were founded, hospitals started, schools established, and orphanages opened. Back then, the Catholic faithful found themselves in the role of needy consumers, and the church served them well. Thanks in a great part to this supportive network, Catholics moved up the economic ladder in our country. And as they did so, their relationship with the church evolved. Soon, the Catholic faithful, their critical needs becoming less urgent, turned to the church primarily for spiritual guidance, religious formation, and sacramental nourishment. In return for these services, their obedience to church law was expected and widely given. This era, during the 40s and the 50s, graduated the Catholic faithful into the role of compliant consumers. And the church fell into a philosophy of build it and they will come. If you've ever driven down Bardstown Road and seen all the Catholic churches about just a few blocks from each other, that happened in this era. Then, sometime in the 60s, multiple developments came into play in the life of the American Catholic. These included Vatican II, the publication of Humanae Vitae in 1968, the rise of an educated laity, the decline in Catholic school enrollment, a universal disregard for parish boundaries, the Vietnam War, the Civil Rights Movement, the Sexual Revolution, and a general questioning of all institutional authority and dependability. This era in the 60s ushered in the dawn of the so-called cafeteria Catholics, or demanding consumers. All of this is to say that consumerism became our collective mindset. It was just a matter of what kind of consumer we were going to be. This fell lockstep in line with modern society, which from the time of the Industrial Revolution had been striving to produce the perfect consumer as the engine that drives our modern economies. Consumerism is the water within which we learned to swim. Father Michael and Tom confess in their book that they ignored this consumerism water and as a result made mistakes in their parish leadership. They assumed that if they did more and did it better, parishioners would automatically grow in their discipleship, maturity, and commitment, automatically give more, and automatically help more. Although valid for a few, they discovered that most people simply came to demand more, becoming ravenous consumers. Think of tithing as a form of tipping for good service, and remained comfortable sitting back and expecting to be served, if not entertained. A fundamental shift must occur from a consumer mindset to the mindset of a disciple if real stewardship is going to shape our souls. A consumer seeks the greatest return for the least investment and jockeys for the highest position because everything is a competition within which we must seek the greatest advantage. Jesus and his church is then seen as a means to an end, a supplier of blessings and services. To the disciple, however, Jesus is more than simply a supplier. Jesus is a loved person, someone for whom we pour out our efforts and lavish our attention upon. To the disciple, Jesus is a lover for whom we live our lives asking not what he can do for me, but what I can do for him. God desires happiness and fulfillment for each of us. For the demanding consumer, happiness by design will always remain an elusive prize, something promised with the fulfillment of the next purchase, the next experience, or the next victory. Always just beyond reach, like the end of a rainbow. Only discipleship can deliver the happiness that we are created by God to enjoy. Only discipleship can unlock the soul-shaping potential of our stewardship participation in our parish. Next time, we will explore how our collective relationship as a parish with Jesus Christ is the fertile soil within which our faith can grow. Thank you for listening to this video. Thank you for the gift of your time. God bless you.